This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Delighted to be joined by Andy Lee. Good to see you, Andy. How are you?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
Really well. Looking forward to this weekend, mate. It's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great card, and it's a great one for Joseph Parker to, sweep not the Joyce fight. We won't never forget it. We'll keep learning from it, but just get back to winning ways.
Can I ask, as a coach or a trainer, Andy, as much as the physical side, how do you emotionally pick your fighter up from what would look quite a punishing defeat?
It has to come from within himself, He's got to have the desire and the want to get back in there and get. Like, he showed me that. He's been dying to get a fight, trying his hardest, pushing Ben Shalom, pushing David Higgins to get him a fight. This was supposed to happen before Christmas, and he was ready for that. So in that sense, I've seen the desire and I've seen the focus in him, and there's only he can do it in terms of getting in there, winning another fight, and then his confidence will be back.
There's a lot of naysayers in regards to this fight, Andy. I think it's fair to say it, saying that Jack Massey's a cruiserweight, he's only ever boxed at domestic level, now he's in with a world-class heavyweight. Turning that around, is it almost a perfect fight for Joe Parker to come back from a Joe Joyce defeat for?
It is in some ways, and also it's a potential banana skin, and even if Joseph looks flat or goes long and goes the distance and doesn't look, looks tired or puts in a bad performance, then it's not a good opponent, because you're supposed to hammer this guy, and all of a sudden he's giving you life and death. So Parker's got to be on point. He's got to put in a good performance, so the pressure's on him to prove something. Yeah.
I've always asked Joe every time I've interviewed him, does the fire still burn? Will you still be heavyweight world champion? And even today he said yes. As his coach trained, Andy, how do you get him to that level and maintain that belief?
I think he has the ability, and I think boxing is about not the right time, the right place, but it's about matching and knowing your fighter and what he's capable of. And after the two Chisora fights, the progression, you can see the progression between the first and second fight. The Joyce has, it was a bump in the road, but it's put a halt to that progression, and now we have to start again. But two or three good wins, and Parker's a massive name. He's big in this town, and against Dillian White, Michael Hunter, even Anthony Joshua, he's a very good opponent for those guys, and they're all winnable fights for Joseph. So it's all just about guiding him and getting the right opponents.
Two very quick one, Andy's, because we've just had the call. This week we've seen the back and forth between Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury. Do you think that fight happens this year, and if so, how do you see it going?
I think it happens this year. I think Tyson wins. Yeah, I think it's a tricky fight because he's mobile, Usyk, and he's tricky. And he's got a great heart. He's a good fighter. We've got a lot of belief in him. But Tyson's just one of the best of all time. He's got all the attributes: high strength, reach, boxing skill, fighting skill, and one of the most important strengths is mentality. And no one will ever break him. He's mentally the toughest fighter I've ever seen.
Very last one, EUBANK Jr. against Smith this weekend. It's a massive fight. Just your quick thoughts and your prediction, Andy?
Can't pick a winner. It's a great fight.
The third one to say that today already. Is it really a 50-50, do you think?
I don't know about the percentages, but you can see both ways both men can win in terms of Smith can he get inside EUBANK and use his cleverness and his craftiness and punish EUBANK, try to slow EUBANK down by going to the body. And then you can also see how EUBANK can walk Smith on the shots and get him in the mixer and let his hands go as he does. So it's a great fight. One too hard, too tight to call, yeah. In any definite way, it's couldn't say, this guy's definitely going to win. So I'd only be lying if I thought one of them was going to win, yeah.
Andy, I know we're rushing, so can I wish you the very best of luck for the weekend?
Thank you.
And I hope to speak to you afterwards and celebrate the win.
Thank you, Steve. All the best.